Hi guys, it's Kelly. Welcome to my channel. You guys, there are so many new releases that I am just so incredibly excited about. And I know that some of these that I'm going to share with you guys, you don't know about yet. I know that for sure. And I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited for these new releases. I feel like 2024 is going to be such an amazing year for fragrance. So I have quite a lot, so I'm going to try to move through this list pretty quickly. Before I get started, if this is your first time here, please say hello in the comments. Let me know where in the world you're viewing from, and welcome to the family. If you enjoy this content after the end of this video, you can go ahead and subscribe. You can like or dislike the video, help me boost the algorithm so I can get some more viewers so I can buy some more perfume. Woo! Okay, obviously I have like massive spring fever right now and my energy is like super high. So the very first fragrance I want to share with you is not actually like it's a new release, but it's something that you probably have heard of already. I will, of course, butcher the name of this fragrance. It's by Chloe. It's the NOMADE line, and it's called NUIT d'Egypte. And I'm really excited to try this one because it has a top note of myrrh. I absolutely love the note of myrrh. It's so beautiful. It's so ethereal. It's so magical smelling to me. So I'm really excited about this fragrance. We're also looking at a top note of cinnamon. We've got middle notes of orange blossom KAFFE, which I don't know what that is. If you do, please let me know in the comments. It sounds very Egyptian. And also a middle note of orange blossom. I think I said that. Orange blossom, KAFFE, and broom. And base notes of vanilla, opopanax, cypriol oil. Okay, moving on. Next, you've been hearing the rave about this, I'm sure. Again, not something that's gonna surprise you unless you're like not habitually watching YouTube fragrance review videos every single day, like the majority of us. But I'm talking about none other than INITIO's Narcotic Delight. I've heard multiple people say that this is their very favorite INITIO, which is a huge statement. And yeah, I've loved everything that I've smelled by INITIO, except for the Magnetic Blend 7 and 8. I did not love those. I also didn't give them like a ton of wear time, but wasn't the biggest fan. But regardless, I am so excited to try this. I'm actually going to drive to the other side of the city this weekend probably to go to Neiman Marcus and get my nose on some of these fragrances, particularly this one. I have a feeling I'm gonna fall in love. It has that molecule or note, I don't know if it's a molecule, but it's called hedione that they use in some of their fragrances. And there's something about that that's like very, almost like aphrodisiac. Like it's very sexy, it's very alluring, it's very magnetic. And yeah, I'm just so excited for this one. Okay, next up we've got a brand new release from the House of Imaginary Authors, one of my absolute favorite houses. And it's called The Language of Glaciers. And you guys, the feedback on this so far has been incredible. People are loving it. It's got notes of blue bugle, pine, juniper, forget-me-not, lilac, cashmere wood, and snow. And I just feel like this is gonna be such a beautiful fragrance. I also just absolutely love everything the house puts out. I prioritize getting my nose on. I don't think there's a single one that I haven't smelled, except for blend number 83. And also the new rendition of Whiff of a Waffle Cone. I have not gotten my nose on the new version of that or the new version of Cobra and the Canary. But you guys, Imaginary Authors, so good, so creative. Josh Meyer's amazing. He's such a gem. Their whole team is incredible. I love their transparency. I love the way that they just run their company. Like they're just such good people and such good business people as well. Like just the level of integrity that they have and authenticity and transparency and creativity. And they're also like just really fun and they just love what they do. So I love Imaginary Authors. I'm so excited to get my nose on this. Next up, we've got the newest AMOUAGE, which is called Love Delight. And this is gonna be like a floral almond scent. I know there's a couple people I follow that have already gotten their nose on it and they absolutely love it. Going back to like the collection where the one that Guidance is in, those 4 releases from end of 2022, we had Guidance, Lineage, Purpose, and Search. I like Guidance. I'm not in love with Guidance, but I am totally head over heels in love with Lineage. I feel like Lineage is something that I don't know, more people need to know about. Like people don't really talk about it as much. Same with Purpose and Search. I absolutely love them. I wouldn't say I love them as much as Lineage. But yeah, Guidance isn't my favorite. like, I like it enough that if I was gifted a bottle of it, I would be like, cool, but I would never go out and buy a bottle, at least at this point in time. I know that a lot of people felt that way about Guidance initially, and then it grew on them, so we'll see. I still have a decant that I'm kind of working through, but I'm very, very excited about AMOUAGE now as a whole. I wasn't really into the house until the end of 2022, and yeah, just I fully get now, like, how magical they are, how special they are, how high quality their fragrances are. And Love Delight just sounds so good. Like, it sounds creamy and floral and smooth and kind of nutty and just delicious. Next up, we have a new release for the men's collection in Parfum de Marly. We've got Perseus, not to be confused with Pegasus. The top notes for this one are going to be grapefruit, bergamot, and black currant. Middle notes of green mandarin, vetiver, and geranium, and base notes of dry wood, ambergris, and cashmere wood. I'm really just curious to get my nose on it just to see what they're up to. I love Parfum de Marly as a house. I haven't smelled everything, but the things that I have smelled, I've thought they were very high quality. So really excited to get my nose on this just to see. I don't think it's anything that my partner would actually wear. He's very much not into like citrusy scents or like anything leaning fresh. He's more of like a gourmand, smoky, tobacco, woodsy kind of guy. So I don't think this is one that he would gravitate towards, but I am just curious just to get my nose on it. Yeah, and see what I think. And I think that I was at Macy's, sorry, not Macy's, I was at Nordstrom's a couple days ago, and they didn't have it yet. I looked, but they didn't have it yet, and I'm not sure when the actual release date is, and I know that sometimes they release, you know, at different dates in different places, so hopefully we'll get it soon so we can give it a sniff. Okay, next up we have the Silky Woods Elixir from Goldfield and Banks. I have the original Silky Woods. I have a decant of it. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so like smooth and kind of creamy and voluptuous. This one looks like it's going in like a little bit of a different direction, right? So it's got notes of vanilla, oud, Peru balsam, saffron, ambroxan, orris root, musk. It says clearwood, but I think it's supposed to mean cedarwood. Cypriol oil, Toulouse balsam, fig leaf, oak moss, and rose. Has a lot going on. I've heard that this is an incredible fragrance. I'm very, very excited to get my nose on this for sure. I have like a sample of it just sitting in a cart. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna order a couple more things before I like press go on the cart, but this will be in my hands soon, so I'll be able to give you guys my review on it. Okay, next up there's a new fragrance from Givenchy, and it's called FANTASQUE. FANTASQUE. I have no idea how to say it. It looks like fantasy, sort of, but with a Q-U-E at the end. Fantasque is how I would say it. Why am I excited about this one? I don't usually get excited about Givenchy fragrances, but the notes, myrrh, incense, and oud. Like, it sounds amazing. I can't wait to smell this. Okay, just throwing this in here. This is not a new fragrance at all, so this does not really fit into the theme of today's fragrance. However, I had never smelled Ebene Fumé, I think is how you call it, by Tom Ford. I was in Sephora a couple weeks ago, and I literally smelled like every tester. My nose was so broken. I was so nauseous when I walked out of there. But I smelled Ebene Fumé for the first time, Ebene Fumé, I don't know. For the first time I smelled it, and it was the only thing that I smelled that day out of probably 100 fragrances that really like caught my attention. And so I'm thinking about actually just ordering a decant and just playing with it a little bit more. So definitely not a new fragrance, but new to me and one that I like got really excited about. Okay, I'm skipping some of these because they're like so far in the future that I'll just fit them into a different video. But the next one that we have is by Carolina Herrera, and it's called Amazonian Rose. And I'm excited about this because it has notes of passion fruit and copal in them, which are like two of my absolute favorite smells on the entire planet. So I'm really excited to try this. We also have a new FLUR release. It's called Strawberry Letter. I believe that's available at Sephora currently, so I'm definitely gonna go get my nose on that. I've heard good things so far on that one. We also have the new BDK, which I know everyone's talking about. It's the Saint Honoré. I believe this is more of like a cashmere kind of like musky, sort of like white, kind of not fluffy, but like kind of ambroxan smelling fragrance. So very excited to get my nose on that. I have a feeling I'm actually currently, as we speak, winning a bottle of that because you guys, my manifestation techniques are like spot on with winning perfume giveaways. Like, I can't tell you how many perfumes I win. Like, I win so many giveaways. I just won Lost in a Dream a couple weeks ago on CAFFE, I think is how you say it. And I literally, like, I apply or enter a lot of those giveaway contests on that blog. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, like it would be nice to win this. But with that one, I was like, I gotta win this one. I'm super excited about it. And when I went to check it, I was like, I won this, I won this, I won this. Like I was literally saying that out loud as I was typing in the website and pulled it up, and sure enough, there's my name, totally won it. So yeah, I think also I might be winning a bottle of Saint Honoré. I know I'm winning it. So to be continued. And then next on the list, we have a new fragrance by MANCERA, and it's called AMORE Cafe. And I'm very excited about this because people are raving about it. It's supposed to be a beautiful coffee fragrance, which I'm very picky about coffee fragrances, but the feedback that I'm hearing on this one in particular is really, really good. Because I'm going through so many fragrances, I'm not gonna go into like details about each of the fragrances, but of course I will put up notes. And then of course you can just go on Fragrantica and read the reviews so far of the things that have already launched. And also know that I am going to get samples or decants of most of these, and so then I will be doing a full review of them when I do. Okay, we're getting to the end of the list. I've got some pretty new things here, not yet released. You might not know about them. We're getting to like the kind of like secretive, elusive part of the list. So the very first thing, there's a new KILIAN launch, and it's called Sun-Kissed Goddess. And it's like a tiare. I believe there's some lang lang in there. Let me check the note. Yeah, I was right. In the mid, tiare flower and lang lang. In the top, bergamot and neroli, and then base notes of coconut, vanilla, labdanum, and kayak wood. It literally sounds like my perfect summer fragrance. And I have yet to buy a KILIAN because I haven't, to be honest, been like super impressed yet. But this one I have a really good feeling about. So have you tried this? I think it was just released like yesterday or today, maybe even, but has anyone tried this? Please let me know in the comments. I'll be ordering a decant ASAP. Okay, the next thing, oh my gosh, you guys, I just found out about this like yesterday or the day before. KAYALI is launching a new fragrance for their Oudgasm collection, and it's Smoky Oud, and it sounds so good. It sounds so good. There's a note of rum, there's a note of saffron. Yeah, the way that Mona described it, I was just like, oh my God, I have to get this right now. So you can't actually purchase it yet. But I did go on their website, and you know, you can like put in the notify me thing with your email so that you can get notified right away, because I kind of have a feeling they're gonna sell out pretty quick right away, and then probably have to do like another release or something, because I mean, the Oudgasm collection was just so good. All right, next. Okay, next we have a new fragrance by Juliette Has a Gun. Are you guys excited for this? It's called Juliette. It's in a beautiful red bottle. It has top notes of pink pepper and sour cherry. A middle note of jasmine, and base notes of cashmere and tonka bean. And I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be a really like beautiful, sexy spring fragrance, like a great fragrance to transition into the warmer weather with. I'm so excited about this. I generally really like Juliette Has a Gun. It's the house isn't like a total love for me, but there's definitely a lot in there that I do like. Moscow Mule is actually one of my favorite Juliette Has a Gun fragrances that like not a lot of people talk about that. I absolutely love it. And then I love Vanilla Vibes, of course. Yeah, just really, really love Juliette Has a Gun, and excited for this new release. And then next up we have a new Chanel. It's called COMETE, I think is how we might pronounce it. And this one has notes of cherry blossom. There's some heliotrope in there, some iris. Excited about this one. I have a good friend of mine who is literally obsessed with Chanel fragrances. Like, it's so funny. She's so clean and all natural, and like won't like bring any chemicals into her home except for her Chanel. And yeah, I just shared this with her, and we're actually going to go to Nordstrom's next week and see if it's available yet and give it a sniff. We're very, very excited, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And last but not least, we have a new fragrance by Clive Christian. It's called Cashmere Musk. And this looks absolutely delicious. Very like musky, ethereal, kind of sweet. I think there's some ambroxan in there. Yeah, I haven't actually seen like the full notes breakdown for that yet, but definitely excited about this. I haven't like fully played with the house yet, but we've had a couple of like very small samples that we've been able to kind of wear test, but haven't been able to get like a full wear test out of the things that we have tried. And yeah, very excited for this, just to give it a shot. And you guys, there are just like so many amazing fragrances coming out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I think that's it. There is also, of course, that new LATTAFA, the one that Quentin Biche did, that I'm very excited about. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but you can easily find it online. I've been hearing good reviews on that. And yeah, just super excited for everything coming out. Please let me know in the comments, is there anything that I did not mention that is a new or recent release that you're either super excited to try or that you have tried and it's like totally blown your mind? Please let us know in the comments so we can blind buy or get ourselves some samples and, you know, do whatever with that. Also, another thing, you guys, you're gonna be like, how has Kelly not tried this fragrance yet? I gotta take off my glasses for this one. Y'all know that Bal de Freak is like my favorite, one of my favorite fragrances. And I love Byredo. I definitely haven't smelled everything, obviously, but the one thing that I hadn't smelled yet ever, that I just was like, every time I think about how I hadn't smelled it, I was like, what am I doing? Like, why have I not smelled this fragrance? Gypsy Water. So Ian and I went to the mall the other day. We got a boba tea. We were trying to find an Azzaro fragrance for him. We like couldn't really find it. So we're just kind of like going to all the department stores. We walk up on a Byredo display, Gypsy Water's sitting right there, and I'm like, okay, I gotta try this. Like, I can't walk by this. Like, how many Gypsy Waters have I walked by and not tried it? So I sprayed a little bit on a strip, not even on myself because I already had something on. I can't remember. I think I was wearing like sugar leather or something. But I tried it on a strip and I was like, this is literally my perfect fragrance. Like, where have you been all my life? So I'm definitely, that's gonna be my next full bottle purchase. I did just buy the Okcha dupe of it. It's on its way to me right now, just to have something quickly. I'm trying not to spend so much money on fragrances. So like, although I would prefer the originals over the dupes, I am trying to just like calm myself down a little bit with my spending. And then, yeah, just very intentionally, my next full bottle purchase that's a bougie bottle will definitely be Gypsy Water for sure. I'm so excited about that fragrance. I also really want a full bottle of Ebene Flume as well because so good. Anyways, that's it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I have some really exciting things in the works that I'm not ready to share with you quite yet, but I know that they are things that you're gonna absolutely love. And I'll be talking more about those very soon, so stay tuned. And thank you so much for being here, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Next up, we have a new release from the Vanilla Vibes. Whatever that one, Vanilla Vibes. Is that what it's called?